Do you want me to... So you don't look as short? Is that nice?
That's a little bit better, yeah.
Welcome back to Every Disney Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Every Disney Movie Ever. Today we have my mom! And we are going to talk about the Young Black Stallion. It is the week of guests. Are you excited?
Yes.
Not to be here. But she is excited. For me.
Absolutely.
Because
100%.
It's my mom and she hates attention. The Young Black Stallion is a 2003, I believe, theatrical release. It's directed by Simon Wincer, cinematography by Reed Smoot, editing by Terry Blythe, Butta S. Smith, and M. Scott Smith, music by William Ross, and is written by Jeanne Rosenberg, based off a book series or multiple books by Walter and Stephen Farley. I can't do a comparison, it was many books. The film stars Biana Tamimi as Nira, Patrick Elyas as Aiden, and Richard Romanus as Ben. The film was made specifically for IMAX because of the visuals. It was filmed in Nambia and South Africa, and it was considered visually stunning, but they said it was lifeless and had self-conscious acting. It is also only 51 minutes long. I think the music is the best part of the movie. It gives me major, like, Studio Ghibli vibes, like Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away, you know, animated, My Neighbor Totoro.
Right.
Joe Hisaishi, I believe is that composer's name. The music gave me, like, major that vibe, so I really think it's the better part of the movie.
I would say that it helped with affecting me through the movie.
Yeah, definitely, because Lord knows other parts weren't. Writing-wise, I think the dialogue is absolute garbage. It's really bad, and just the story in general. I mean, it's 51 minutes, so I thought it was just, like, potentially going to be a fast-paced story, but it's really just a garbage story.
I felt it jumpy, you know, just didn't
There's no through line.
flow or it was weird.
She says.
It was weird.
Also, there's a very random time skip in the movie that is, like, truly unmotivated. Like, we didn't need to know that time had passed for the rest of the movie to happen, because it could have just happened.
Right.
But I think they were trying to be like, oh, look, like, the horse remembered her and she remembered the horse after a year or something.
Right.
But truly, there is no reason whatsoever for the time skip.
Right. I agree.
Okay, the acting. This, I think, yes, the writing is bad. I think the acting is the worst part of the movie. Which, like, they're children. Like, Nira, you know, she's a child, and Aiden is also a child. But, like, Nira's the star, obviously. And she doesn't really have to do that much, because it is so, like, about the horse or whatever, but not good. The critic consensus for this was, what did they say about the acting? It was perfect. Self-conscious acting.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, that's perfect. It's perfectly said.
Yeah.
Like, they know they're acting. You know they know they're acting. Like, everyone, it's just like they're acting. They're not their characters. They're acting.
That's interesting because, and what is kind of disappointing is there's the grandfather who I recognized, and I was like, kind of like, what's he doing in this kind of movie? So.
Well, it's 2003. So did he get fame after this?
No, he was famous before.
Before. Okay.
Yeah.
It's Richard Romanus.
Yeah. I mean, I just recognized him, and, you know, yes, the acting is bad. Not that I'm, you know, very knowledgeable, but I mean, I watch enough stuff to, like, if I don't like a villain, it's because he's a good actor, you know. I get that. But it was all over the place, and yeah.
Self-conscious acting, I think, is the perfect way to phrase.
It is very good.
Good to phrase it.
Good
I was like,
description.
dang.
That's definitely very good.
So, Mom, what'd you think?
I was glad it was over at the end. It was predictable. I was squirming a lot through the whole thing, worrying about the horses, thinking
camels.
about, and the camels, yes, thinking about were they taken care of properly? What did they do to get them to do this and that? And then, I just, it was an uncomfortable movie for me, and a very predictable story.
Yeah. I love a bond between a child and a animal. I'm always down for that. This, not so much.
Yeah, they couldn't make it even look real, the relationship.
Yeah.
Kind of. It was phony.
I feel like I always say, like, it definitely could have been worse. And that is true, it could have been worse. But this is pretty bad. I mean, it is visually beautiful.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
It was made for IMAX, so it is very pretty.
I love the sunset when the horse is running.
Yes. Speaking of, like, the treatment of the horses and everything, that race, the downhill...
Uphill, I was worried about.
No, uphill,
downhill,
I was like, okay.
No.
When they started to go downhill and it was that steep, I was like, everyone's dying. It's like, everybody is gonna pass away.
Right.
So I feel you on that aspect of it.
I actually through the whole thing because I thought, they're running them too hard, and I just
the time, going back to the time skip, the movie is like two things. It's like she's running from trouble and bonds with a horse, and they're like in poverty because of whatever is happening to them. And then it's like after the time skip, it's like, now it's a fun race movie. And
so true.
The second half of it, the fun race movie, it kind of reminded me of another film I've watched called Ready to Run, which is way better than this. Wouldn't recommend. Don't waste your time. Sorry, Young Black Stallions.
Right.
What I think is really shocking to me also is the people that like worked on this, Simon Wincer, Reed Smoot, are people that have worked on previous things that are incredibly well known.
Huh.
And I'm like, how did we get here? what happened that they did this?
Filler?
I don't know, but it's theatrically released. Like, it was made for IMAX.
Wow.
So I have no idea.
And that's short.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. That's everything I have. Do you have anything else?
I don't.
You're like, get me out. I barely had to talk. Yay. Okay, so what would you give it? 0?
2.
You give it 2 what? Black Stallions?
Yes. 2 Black Stallions.
Out of 10?
Out of 10.
I give it 4. That's the average Black Stallions out of 10. Our total movie count is... parent death toll and cry count are still the same. They didn't mention any dead parents.
No, and the mom and son met at the end.
Of the horses? Yeah. So parent death toll and cry count are still the same. If you want to keep up with movie watching when, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. You'll find out what movie I'm watching when. I put out videos every Monday and Friday and sometimes Wednesday, but every day this week is the week of guests. You can't follow my mom on anything because she's mine. If you want to see her, like, go watch some old vlogs. I don't know what to tell you. Join Patreon this month. Special on Patreon is you get a benefit from the tier above the tier you sign up for. So for $1 for the whole month, $1, you get access to daily trivia questions. They're super fun. I'm not releasing the answers until the end of the month, so you have the entire time to try and figure all of them out. Don't Google it though. That's mean. Don't do that. But like $1 for the entire month of August to get like 31 trivia questions. I think that's cool. And then merch is, you can get 25% off with the code PET600 until the 31st. So do that. Merch is cool. Merch is grand. Buy merch. Until next time, comment, like, subscribe, and I'm not in charge of your life. You are, so you do. And don't be, I don't know, all the people that kept trying to kill everyone. Like,
the villain about it.
The guy that wanted to win the horses. He was a turd. So don't be
the guy that stole Jeanne.
Yeah, him. Thanks for being here, Mom.
You're welcome.
I love you, Mom.
Hope you can edit it well enough that
What are
I
you
don't
talking
make
about?
you look bad.
Why would you make me look bad? You did good.
I don't know. I'm a layman.
A layman.